I've enjoyed watching his career, both as an athlete, playing against him, and as a fan, watching him inspire young athletes.
Ever since that night, people ask, probably the most often asked question when people ask me about my sports career, it's about a Monday Night Football. Looking back on it, 20 some odd years, 25, 26 years on it, we can sit back and laugh at it because it's funny. Back then, it was serious. It was our job. But now, hey, it's in the past. We've moved on. We've grown from it. We are actually making good use of a moment that happened 26 years ago.
Share a moment that spans the time that it has. And the great thing about it is there's fans on both sides that look at the play in both different directions. But it's just remembered. It's one play out of literally millions of plays that football players have played.
If that play hadn't happened where it involved us, nobody wouldn't have ever talked about it. Nobody would have never talked about it.
Isn't that crazy?
And if it wasn't Brian Bosworth and Bo Jackson on that play, it just would have been another football play. It just would have been another football play on Monday night.
It set in motion the separation of football players from personalities so that fans could be passionate about, watching somebody that they loved and they pulled for, and guys that they didn't like and they wanted to hate. It created a whole nother storyline narrative for the young for the young fans, for the middle-aged fans during that period of time, and it's carried forth all the way 26 years later.
So our philosophy and our approach to advertising is really all about engaging consumers in more storytelling, not so much actual advertising. We really look at these moments as ways that we can connect with consumers, share a little bit about our brand, our product of course, and a little bit of a nod to the Kia smile as well. We wanted to create an iconic moment in football that many fans can remember very well. So there's the ultimate matchup between Bo Jackson, Brian Bosworth. They get on the field, I think it was November 1987, Monday Night Football game. The two go against each other. We all know what happens in the end, but I think it's fair to say that there's a friendly competition there that people remember for a very long time. We wanted to tap into that and have some fun with it, bring our product and our brand to that message, and delight football fans in kind of a fun way. When we develop any kind of advertising or marketing communications, it's really starting with the customer first. So how do we create a great story? How do we share our brand? How do we talk about our product in a way that we know the consumer is really going to engage with? And there's no better way to do that in terms of sports marketing than bringing together moments in time and having our product be part of that story. So really we wanted to bring fans a little bit of fun, a little something different. So we brought together the worlds of Tecmo Bowl, which is a late 80s, of course, 8-bit game that a lot of us loved to play with way back when. A moment in time that actually happened around that same time, which was, of course, the matchup of Bo Jackson and Brian Bosworth and the friendly, or not so friendly sometimes, competitive spirit that the two of them had together on the field. With really the Kia brand. And those things kind of fit nicely together when you think about it, because it's all about having fun in the game, right? It's all about the competition. It's all about how do we share our story in a moment in time where it really brings back some good memories for people that are watching it. Football, a little Tecmo Bowl, have some fun with that. And the way that we've created the spot, we've actually brought in the Sorento to be part of the game. It's pretty cool. We look at sports marketing as a really fun way to connect with people on an emotional level, on a fun level, and it's a nice way for them to get to know our brand a little bit better. All-wheel drive, we wanted to talk about autonomous emergency braking. We've done that in a really clever and fun way here. So we've actually been able to demonstrate those features by putting the Sorento in the Tecmo Bowl game with Bo Jackson and, of course, Brian Bosworth in this case, to actually show the features live in action on the field. So it's a kind of fun way to integrate the product into the game itself, literally. In this case, we're actually showing how those features are helping these players maybe win a little bit faster. Bo Jackson, he's making his way across the field. Brian Bosworth just happens to be somewhere along the way. Maybe he might pick him up, and maybe there might be some cool action to show the features of the autonomous emergency braking. So it's kind of a fun thing for us to be able to show the features in a way that's very organic, and in this case, really literally taking players in the game.
The key to success for Kia in particular has been talking to sports fans in their language. Proving to them through the work that you really understand sports fans, fandom in general, and the actual sport that you're aligning yourself with. So that's through our various relationships we've been able to kind of talk to fans in their language. The general public aren't sitting around waiting for the next commercial, right? So I think that's something, a filter we put all of our work through. Is this something that people haven't seen before? Is it surprising? Is it unexpected? So you'll see that in all of our work, whether it's football related or basketball related. It's all just interesting and hopefully something that people haven't seen before. When we're doing work that's designed to appeal to sports fans, we kind of tend to lean into the work being a little more brand focused, into creating that brand affinity. So the entertainment value tends to be higher. Of course, we make the product look great and we can showcase key features, but we really try to just create that brand affinity with a lot of our sports related work.
So this spot heavily features Tecmo Bowl and specifically the Bo Jackson character in that game that I think everybody remembers as this invincible, unstoppable player. It was this total package, and with the 25-year anniversary of that game coming up, we thought it'd be the perfect time to bring it back and make Kia a part of that story and in a way that's fun for football fans.
In the game, Bo Jackson was the epitome of the total package, right? Power, agility, speed. The Sorento, we looked at it the same way. It's got, horsepower, it's got this, that, speed. And we wanted to mesh those two worlds together and bring this iconic game into the world of football and give it to fans of that generation who not only played the game, but probably, are the target market for this car. So.
Yeah, and just from a creative standpoint, we thought it'd be really fun to take this game that was this sort of low-tech 8-bit game and pair it with this new sort of high-tech futuristic car and have that sort of dichotomy between the two to play off of and create that fun story that way.